Hello quilting friends, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window. I am so thankful you tuned in and wanted to visit with me. Guess what? I have a great project ready for you today. We are working on our block number 7 in Anna's Baskets block of the month. Are you excited? We're gonna make basket 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. 5 baskets designs. How exciting! I know you're going to love it. So let's see what's in our quilting basket and what do we need to have to be able to make this project. Any of you girls or guys that are doing our block of the month, it's receiving right now either the pre-cut version of the block, and that's the one I'm using, or you getting fabrics and you're gonna be cutting your pieces yourself. You're going to be using a pattern for block number 7, and I already have mine open right here on a table. In the pattern you have directions for all of the baskets 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. I know, so exciting. In my sewing baskets, I have included Creative Grids 8.5 by 8.5 ruler. Guess what? Today, there are a lot of blocks that we are making that are 8.5 by 8.5, and this ruler is perfect for trimming if you would like it. So if you want it, go to our website at Laundry Basket Quilts and you can get that ruler if you would like for yourself. If you are low on threads, I don't know if you noticed, but we have that signature style threads, and those are wonderful. Do you want me to open the box? You got it. Look at this. Isn't that delightful? Oh, the beautiful colors. Just simple, really nice. You can restock. And guess what? The holidays are just around the corner. Perfect little gift for yourself or friend in quilting. So right now, I'm going to put my goodies back into the basket. I have everything that I needed already on my table. I open my package and I'm ready, set, go to quilt with you. Before we start, I want to show you something that I'm super excited about it. We have something brand new in Notion. Those are called little daisies. So daisy, so daisy. Go visit our website for them. Those are little flowers that you just put it on a top and a bottom of your Orifol threads to create a little tube where you can hide your beautiful needle and pins when you are on a road sewing or just want to storage them in it. So one flower goes in the bottom, one flower goes in the top, and now you have a little sewing box to go on a road. So those are just new from our little laundry basket quilts. Okay, let's get into our block. I know you're super excited. I'm gonna pull my sleeves up and I'm gonna start with block number 19. When you open your pattern, open on that page, you can cut all your pieces following the directions in the pattern. Everything is exactly laid out for you, even which fabric, where to cut it from, all the things are there. So this is the basket that we're going to do. To make this basket, we're gonna need some half square triangles. So this is where I'm going to start. I'm gonna start by sewing half square triangles, one light and one dark. I put them right sides together, I sew it, then I'm gonna go ahead, press it open. Once I press it, I'm gonna go ahead and trim my little bunny ears. Oh, that's gonna be so beautiful. And you know, I have already started. I was so excited for doing this with you. And following the layout in the pattern, I'm gonna lay out my pieces. I have another one. I already did those. When you finish sewing, remember to push towards the dark. Then I need another pink. I'm following the pattern for the colors. Now this little pink and yellow, it's gonna be perfect in my little center. And I have 2 more half square triangles that gonna work as the setting triangles. Then I'm gonna need a base of my basket. This is the first unit that I'm going to make. I'm gonna take my triangle and I'm gonna sew them into 3 rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Once I sew them into the rows, I'm gonna sew the rows together. Once I finish sewing my rows together, I'm gonna go ahead and add this triangle just by laying it down, sewing and flipping open. This is the unit that you're gonna need to make for your basket. And now I'm gonna turn this board because it's gonna help me a little bit. Next thing I'm going to need is I needed the top of my triangle basket. Look at this. And I'm gonna need a bottom base. To make my bottom base, I'm going to go ahead, take a light square, pink square, put them right sides together. I'm gonna draw a diagonal line right here, and I'm gonna stitch right on that line. I like to stay a little bit more to this side of the line, just a tiny bit. Next step, I'm gonna take my Creative Grids ruler. I'm gonna place it 1/4 inch away from the line. So right here, the dotted line is right on a stitch line, and I have a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm gonna trim it just like this. And now look at this. When I open it up, I have this beautiful square with a triangle in the corner. And all that I need to do is take this ruler, place it, and I like to make sure, let me line myself up here. I like to make sure, see this line, this 45-degree line? I like to place that line next to my edge right here of the square. And now look at it, point to point, and all that I'm going to do is cut it. Cut it. We have learned this over the last few months, that with a cut like this, quickly we're making a beautiful base for a basket. Look at this. Isn't that just wonderful? Simple and fun. Simple and fun. I keep spinning the board so you can see it. All that I'm going to do now, sew this to this to this, and finish on each side. And quickly, let me show you the magic of our little YouTube channel. Quickly, I'm going to have a beautiful basket for you. Isn't that beautiful? So look what I did. All that I did is sew it, flip it open, this side, sew it, flip it open, opposite sides right here, done all the seam allowance, going, following the arrows, press it, and of course with your Creative Grids ruler, you're gonna go ahead, place it on it, and beautifully trim it as you need it, and have a lovely block. As soon as you finish one, I need you to go ahead and make a second basket just like this. So right there, with just a different color combination, you have two of basket 19. Two of basket 19. I'm gonna place my baskets nice and close to me because I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna put my pattern away, and I'm gonna move on to my next basket, what it's basket number 20. And you are so familiar with basket number 20. You're going to go ahead and grab strips, and those strips are 1.5 by 3.5. You're gonna match a dark one with a light one, right sides together, sew it, and you're gonna make 8 sets like this, where there's a dark and a light. Once you finish, you're gonna go ahead and cut them to a smaller units. You're gonna cut the sets. Then you take 2 colors, and we've done this basket so many times. I have a feeling you can do this without me even telling you what to do. You're gonna sew it, and you're gonna go ahead and make beautiful little 4 patches. Let me remind you, don't forget to open that center right there. Little 4 patches, open that center. All right, you're gonna go ahead and sew your 4 patches into rows. You're gonna make 4 rows just like this, all different colors, all different colors. And I have to tell you, when I lined my basket, I placed my little patches and mix and match my colors, so that way it's exactly what I wanna. Then next step, what you have to do is you're gonna go ahead and take a background once you have your 4 patches done and sewed the base of your basket. You're gonna sew the base of your basket together. I rushed it a little bit. You're gonna go ahead, add a handle to the background, stitch with zigzag blanket or satin stitch. As soon as you have it done, you can go ahead and sew your handle right here into the base. Add 2 squares. You ask me how. All that you have to do, you place the square, you draw a line, you stitch it, you flip it open. If you would like to, please go visit our earliest video. And if you just joining us in, please, you can join us anytime just by grabbing the pattern on our website, Seamstress Collection Bundle, and you can go half-yard bundle, fat quarter bundle. You can do just one block or maybe one basket that you really, really like it. And you can go ahead and join us in anytime and learn all about those baskets. And if you wanted to, you can go into earliest video for more detailed information. I'm moving through those baskets that we have done it because we have some new ones this time, and I want to put a little bit more time to those baskets. So check this out. Right now, sew it, flip it open right here, sew the corners, and you have it finished. Basket number 20. I'm putting that one right next to me. Another beautiful 8-inch basket. I'm so excited. I'm gonna trim that low thread. That does not belong there. We want to clean it up and trim it up. Now, guess what? Clean up all my things, and I am ready for another basket, and it's time for basket 21. Let's start with the background for our little handle. All that I'm doing is I'm gonna crease it right here, peel the paper away just like this, peel the paper away. Then I'm gonna go ahead, place it right on the background, right there. Look at this, just like this, right on the background. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful. Make sure that it's nicely center up. You want to center up, you want a nice, the same distance right there and right here. Iron it, stitch around the edges with blanket zigzag satin stitch, and now you are ready for the base of your basket. We have a beautiful triangle that is gonna go right here, but we need the sides, and you already know what I'm going to do. I have a background square. I'm gonna place a pink square right on it. I'm gonna draw diagonal line, then I'm gonna quickly go ahead and trim it, staying a 1/4 inch away from my stitch line. Then I'm gonna go ahead, beautifully press it, pushing my seam allowance towards the pink. Then I'm gonna go ahead and make a one more cut using the 45-degree line lined up next to the edge of my square. I'm gonna match it up point to point. Look at this. So I know this is exactly 90 degrees here, this is 45 degrees here, and we have a nice beautiful cut. And now we are ready, set, go. Look at this. We had our base. We're gonna add this and this, and we're gonna have a nice basket. Now I'm gonna stop for a moment and just refresh with you. Remember, when you're putting this triangle right here, you're going to match this point. It's gonna slightly overlap down here because we want a nice overlap here, because later on we don't want to run over that low point. So right there, you're gonna stitch, flip it open, okay, and now you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this side. You're gonna match it exact those points, but then right here you're gonna stitch using your 1/4 inch seam allowance, flip it open, and you're gonna have a lovely basket by just adding the top, flipping it open. And let me show you mine. I have worked so hard to surprise you. Look how nice it looks. Isn't that wonderful? So I have my seam allowances pushed in the right directions, and I go ahead, press it, square it up, and put it on my stack. Isn't that amazing? We have the most beautiful basket sampler ever. I am so proud of it, and this year has been just wonderful to do baskets. Let's put this pattern to the side and let's move on to something super fun and special. For a little break away from basket, you're gonna make 8 sawtooth star, and this time I'm not gonna even talk about it how you need to do this. We've done this so many times. You're gonna make flying geese's unit. You're gonna sew little squares and a big square in the center. You sew it into rows, sew rows together, and you have a wonderful sawtooth star. If you want a more direction on that, watch our previous video. I'm not rushing through it, but I'm saving time for us to enjoy that next basket. You're gonna make 4 sawtooth star, and voila, something new and exciting. Let's grab a nice cup of tea, maybe a little treat for ourselves, because guess what? We're gonna learn something new. We're gonna make this cute basket. This one calls stamp basket, and it's quite popular in quilting. This one is made from half square triangle for our base, light half square triangle for top and a bottom. All the directions for cutting are in your pattern. 2 squares and 2 small half square triangles. And what you're gonna do, you start by sewing your half square triangle right sides together with the square, just like this. And when I'm sewing them, I lay them on my sewing machine this way, so I always have a left and a right. Stitch, 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 open it up, beautiful. You push the seam allowance towards the green right here, towards the dark. Now what you're going to do next is you're gonna go ahead and first, you're gonna take this paper away and you're gonna apply your handle to the background triangles. Just like this. Look at that. Just super simple. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I can guarantee you, once you love this one, you're gonna wanna make more. Iron it nicely. Use a zigzag blanket stitch. Beautiful, beautiful stitch. You're gonna go ahead and now stitch right here and make this into a base, and it's gonna be a beautiful square. Then you're gonna go ahead, match this edge with this edge and sew it straight down. Here you're gonna have a little bunny ears overlapping. You're gonna go ahead, flip it open. Then you're gonna go ahead and move this side. Now you're gonna stitch, beautiful, flip it open. Perfect. All that you have to do, take a triangle, place it, stitch it, flip it open. Look at this. In no time, you're gonna have a beautiful basket. Let me show you some of the stitches. As you come here, be careful because your sewing machine don't like to go over so many pieces of fabric. Don't let her do a little bump for you. Make her go straight. So slowing down and slowly putting those stitches right here to get a nice bottom, nice top right there. Everything pressed in the right direction, and you're going to repeat this and make 3 of them. Let me put this to the side and show you all the beautiful colors that I made for you. We have a green one with little pink flowers. We have a green one with a delicate design on it, and another one that it's pink with matching bottom and a handle to this one. So 3 baskets that you need to make. Basket 22, we're going to make 3 of them. Super. I am moving forward, and guess what? I only have 2 baskets to do it. With the basket 22, there are 2 pieces that are gonna be very important that I'm gonna place them right away with my baskets for later, because when we put all the pieces together, I'm gonna take my time and show you how to do it. It's going to be important that we have them. All right, last basket, basket 23 from our block 7, and this one has a small triangle in light in the bottom. Then we have a side rectangle with a triangle, and all that I did is I took the triangle, placed it, sewed it, flipped it open. Very similar to that triangle that we just did for our little basket, our stem basket. Do the same thing for the right side, and now we're gonna go ahead and create row 1. This is gonna be our row 2. And all that I'm gonna do is take these 2 triangles, place them right sides together, just like this, and I'm going to stitch, flip it open, push my seam allowance in the right direction, and create my second row. Then we have a third row, and notice I already was such a busy girl and sewed my triangles. Don't forget, trim those bunny ears, trim and trim. Look at this, perfect and perfect, so exciting. And then we have the final row where we have a low square plus 2 triangles and a setting triangle. Sew the units into rows, sew your rows together. This is how you create the base for your for your basket. But before you sew this to this, slow down. You need a background triangles. You're gonna go ahead, applicate the handle. You know the routine. You just fuse it right in place, and then you're gonna sew this to this. It is going to be easier if this is a square to take this, place it right over, stitch right here. Make sure that this seam right here matches the seam here. You're gonna sew this to this, then sew this to this at the bottom, and voila. I know you are excited and you want to see my results. Let me show you. Look at this. Your basket are gonna just look just like mine. Just take your time. Make sure you use pins. Notice how I locked right here. Made sure that everything is pushed in the right direction, so that way you can do that locking right there. Really nice rows. Add that handle to it, and you have your final basket. I know you can't wait, because guess what? Now it's the time to lay out our whole quilt, our whole basket, block number 7. No quilt yet. We have one more block 8, and once we do block 8, that's what we can go ahead and work on our whole quilt. And we're gonna have a video just to show you how to put all your rows together. You're gonna see my quilt on a wall. I've been making the baskets with you every single month. I am so excited to put them all into the quilt. Can't wait. And I am so excited for you guys, because we have beautiful packages that are gonna go next month. That next month will include your block of the month plus all the finishing pieces, your borders, your sashings, all your finishing pieces, your binding. Are you excited? Don't forget to go to our website and get your backing for the quilt. That's not included in the kit, but everything else was included, and I am so happy for you. So right there we have this basket. Then I'm paying attention how this is put together. I'm watching my layout right there. And on the last page of your pattern, you have exact directions where everything goes. Okay, so this goes here. We have this little basket going this way. Look what happened. This, oh, beautiful. And this rectangle right here. So I can tell you right there, and you can see it in a pattern. You're gonna start by sewing this into the row, this to this, and this to this. So you have a rows. That's the easiest way to assemble. First, second. All right. Now we need to put our row of our stars. Easy peasy. You guys know how to do this. You're gonna sew those together. Now, little advice: when you're sewing your sew to star, pay attention. Notice that the seam allowances can be locked if you wanna. They're going in opposite direction. I just take a peek behind, I rotate my stars, and I make sure that I lock some of those seams. Those are things that I like to share with you with the videos, because we can talk about it. Let me move everything a little bit this way so I can fit on my cutting table. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Now we need a basket here. We have a basket right there. We have our basket right here and right here. So those I would have sewed into the row, and everything will come beautifully together, and we would have a gorgeous basket, block number 7, with basket 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you're working on your blocks and finishing things up, because in no time you're going to have a beautiful quilt, and you're learning so many wonderful things about baskets and learning all these wonderful new designs. So I'm super, super happy for you. I wish you wonderful sewing, and I can't wait to see you for next month, block 8 of Anna's basket block of the month.